Alright, so I woke up a little bit later than I wanted to today. But I'm going to brew anyway. It's about 2:35 right now. And it should be enough time. It's a Saturday anyway, whatever. So, I was originally, last week I was originally planning on brewing a black IPA, but then I was like, well, I already brewed a rye last month, so maybe I should try some other style. And then, for some reason, a foreign export style came to mind. Because, I mean, it really isn't brewed that much at all. I mean, what is there, like 3 or 4 widely available that actually fit the style guidelines or something in the stores. So, yeah, so I decided to do this, and I went on, alright, I made a rough recipe, and then I posted it on Homebrew Talk, and they said, well, you should do this and this. So originally I had black barley and Carafa 3, and then some flake barley, I think, and that was it. But then I adjusted it, and now I have 11.5 pounds of 2-row. I have a pound of flake barley, a pound of roasted. It's 3/4 of a pound of chocolate, half a pound of Crystal 80, and a 1/4 pound of black patent. So, and I got 3 ounces of pearl at 7.5% alpha acids. That should get me around 60 IBUs or something. And I got Safe Ale 05. So, yeah, pretty good. It's going to be pretty simple for, you know, World Clock 15. It's going to be a pretty straightforward brew day. I got my straight water boiling or heating up right now. It's going to take for fucking ever, but whatever. It doesn't care. Or at least I don't care. I got plenty of time. And then I also got my calibration going on. We should be good for that. Yeah, I wiped out my mash tun. There's a little bit of residue or whatever. It won't be that bad. So, I'll be back when I'm mashing on it, I guess. Had the first fuck up of the day already. I fucking, when I had it, this thing was completely full, and then when I poured it in, the fucking water was wider than my hand, and it spilled off the sides a little bit. So I've been fucking around with putting a quart by quart of boiling water in there, and it seems to be around 150, so that's alright, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I've got 2 thermometers here, and this one keeps telling me that this mash is like way lower than I want it to be, and the other one tells me it's right where I want it to be, so I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm getting about ready to get the mash out going. I got boiled water, you know, about 10 quarts. Should get me up to where I want it to be. And I think I'm going to nail it, actually, because I think I was overreacting before. Because I just put the super calibrated thermometer in there, and it said it was 150 exactly. So it means I probably hit the 152 I was going for, because I usually use usually lose 1 to 2 degrees. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Still haven't made my sanitation up yet, because I got plenty of time yet. And it's been about an hour mashing, I'd say, so I'm ready to pour this boiling water in there. And we'll be good to go. We'll find out what I get. Hopefully I get 168 mash out like I wanted to. Cool. Here's what it looks like after I put the mash out water. It was way too much, but, you know, I threw some ice cubes right at about 165, so I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and then we're going to boil off and, you know, collect the first runnings. We'll see how much I get. There's going to be a ton of it. I don't know how much sparge water I'm going to need after this. Okay, so I collected the first runnings, and as expected, I did get a lot. So let's see what the stick says. I already checked it, but let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 notches on this, so it's pretty much exactly 6. So I think I'm just going to make sparge water like 3/4 of a gallon, and that's going to be pretty much it. And then we'll start trying to boil. It's going to take forever. In an effort to save a little bit of time, I put my current Wort runnings on the stove. Since it's going to take so long to start boiling anyway, I might as well get it started. And then I have my little bit of sparge water that I need, and then so I'll just keep that going, and then I'll sparge it off, and we should be good to go. Present to you the thinnest sparge I've ever seen in my life. Whatever. I just need a little bit more Wort, and then I'll be good to boil anyway. That's why I did it like this. So it's about 166 or something. That's good. Sweet. Final sparge is after some significant heat increase within this Wort because it was sitting there for a good bit. So we'll be ready to boil pretty soon. Yeah, I almost had a stuck sparge because it's such a thick sparge. So, but I got it going eventually, and so I should be good and have a good enough volume for my boil. And so yeah, sweet. Here's my cappuccino looking hot break. It's about to fall in soon, but I think I'm gonna let this boil for a little bit first, and then I'm gonna add my house. So my pre-boil was 1056, and it was supposed to be about 1058 or something. So I'll let it boil for a little bit to boil it down a bit. So yeah, we're boiling now. I took gravity in, and it was pretty good enough, you know. So I like the smell of those pearl hops. They're kind of minty. And, you know, a little bit of citrus, but pretty floral minty. So this is going to be pretty cool. I heard they're a descendant of northern brewers, so pretty sweet. We're going to go for now. I'm going to throw a whirl clock into 15, normal stuff going on here. Chilling down now. I watched it like a hawk this time, and made sure that, you know, it was fully flowing before I turned it up a little bit more, so it shouldn't pop off this time. You know, I've learned my lesson twice, I suppose. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna chill down. I'm gonna attempt. Hopefully, it works this time. I've got in this star scent. I've got this hot bag thing, and I'm gonna drape it over. I'm gonna drape it over the fermenter, and then I'm going to use my auto siphon, and then hopefully I get most of the Wort, and maybe hopefully no cold break or anything. So we'll see how that goes, because it hasn't worked for the past 2 times. So we'll find out what happens next. So this is finally going as planned, and this bag is good for aeration and catching any hops that might be coming in. So going as planned, and I don't know how much I'm going to get out of it, but it looks pretty promising. So it smells very, very roasty, but very sweet. But I got it. It happened the same with my porter, so it should be okay. Yeah, I tried to keep it clean in here with a bag for that chiller, but it's not going to work. It's always dirty in here when I brew, so not going to complain about it. Things are going good. Wouldn't be a fucking brew day without shit going down. So yeah, the thing popped. I was holding it, but then I had to do some other stuff, and then the siphon hose like popped off like twice. So yeah, shit. But whatever, it doesn't matter. I got 5 gallons on it, and I already pitched it. So cool. Another good brew day, despite all the crap I had to put up with yet again. One of these days I'm gonna, you know, get it all pat down and be able to just go with it and be pretty good with it. But I don't know. I mean, other than all the cleanup crap that I had to go through, it was turned out pretty good. I need to figure out a way to get a better boil, but I mean, overall with the electric range, it's been working out well. I mean, I could do a gas burner outside, but it's just the fact that I live on the 3rd floor of an apartment, and it would just be dangerous, frankly, to go outside and brew and then carry a boiling Wort upstairs. And I would hope I wouldn't die or something, because it would be a hassle. But
on another note, with all the hassles I had to go with today, I got my the bag that the grains came in that I bought. I put them over top of my bottling bucket to pour in and throw them out in the garbage. But then as I was pouring them into that bag, I was thinking to myself, I said, damn, it would suck if these grains just you know, since it's such a wide mouth and the bucket's only so big, that it would suck if the grains fell out the side of the bag. And what do you know, the freaking grains missed a little bit, so I lost maybe a pound of wet grain on the freaking floor of my kitchen. So I had to clean those up and throw them in the garbage, and I took all the garbage out, and it was good after that. But cleaned up everything. It took about 8 hours overall with cleaning and washing stuff. So I got a clean brew pot and clean mash tun now. As far as efficiency, I checked with my hydrometer, and I had 1067. I was shooting for 1070, and I got 5 and some change, so gallons. So I was the efficiency was pretty bad. But I think for the fact that I had a real thin sparge and I had that mash out, it was probably the reason for that bad efficiency. So I think next time I brew, I'm going to try a no mash out. I've been doing mash outs forever. For every all grain I've ever done, I've been doing mash outs. So I'm going to, and I read online that mash outs really aren't necessary. You drain the wort and then you do the sparge, and it's pretty straightforward. But I'm going to just try and do that, because they said that for the best efficiency with batch sparging, you'd have to do a 50-50 ratio of a sparge and a mash running. So I won't do a mash out next time. I will see how it goes. It might go better or worse, but probably better. As for my next brew, still got the Belgian style on the table. I plan on doing an imperial stout or a barley wine or some kind of imperial type deal, like a 3-gallon batch, you know, because usually with these 5-gallon batches, they're the type of beers that I consume pretty readily, but imperial beers I normally don't consume very often, so it would be better to do a smaller batch, and if they age, then they'll age. It doesn't really matter. I tasted the wort of this brew, and it's very, very roasty and like kind of charred and really chocolatey, despite being you know, a wort and not fully fermented out yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. It's probably going to be really good and probably spot on to style as far as the foreign export, which is pretty much just straight roasted flavors, and you know, not astringent in any way. So yeah, pretty good brew day despite all the crap. I just poured a 22 ounce of the second bottle of Stone's 10th Ruination. Freaking awesome beer. Just love this beer. Just love Citra hops, love Centennial. My 2 favorite hops of all time, honestly. But yeah, so I don't know what I'll be brewing next. I have a vacation week, so I'm going to be letting this sit in the keezer for 2 weeks, and then as soon as I get back from vacation in Vegas, then I will be racking that into the bottling bucket, and then I'll be bottling that son of a gun. So yeah, I feel like the most haphazard freaking brewer ever because of all the crap I've been dealing with for the past couple of brews with this all grain, but hey, it's still enjoyable, and I keep making great beers despite all the crap that I've been going through. So I'll keep doing it, and I'll keep enjoying it. So cheers, guys.